$90 million of recreation money that has been blown. We don't have buildings to show for it. We have debts that we pay for. We just are not doing what we're supposed to be doing here. You can disagree with me all you want, but when we finally get to the financials, you're going to be shocked. Thank you.
Paul Longshore. No, I'm not running a protest campaign. I mean, this is about community. This is about community and the government responsibility. That's all I want to see. I want to make sure that, you know, the smaller people are getting a fair and just say in their government. I want to make sure that the government is being fiscally responsible. And I want to make sure that we grow as a community and you know, just make sure that we have a togetherness, you know, to get back to where we were. I mean, it doesn't help if everyone complains, and that's why I'm running. When I hear all these complaints, I'm like, well, until I actually get on the board and I can understand some of the ins and outs of what's happening, you know, I have no right to be able to just sit back and bitch and complain. I want to be part of helping bring this community together and watch it grow into the future. Thank you.
Bill Durant, I am definitely not running a protest campaign. I think that we're doing a lot of good things. I want to continue to move it forward. I will take a little bit of this time to make a comment about comments that we are not understanding where our facility fee or recreation fee is going. If you look on page 205 of the most recent board packet, it will detail that exactly how much of that is going to each one of our venues. Peter Morris, and short answer is definitely no. I'm not running a protest campaign. The longer answer, to use some of my time, is to expand and say what I am. Well, I think that IVGID has been doing a pretty good job recently. The past, definitely, we all know that there were a lot of challenges. I think those have largely gone away. I think there's still work to do, for sure. But I'm not here to blow anything up. I'm not here to destroy anything. I'm here to make sure that there's a voice from the community to the board, to the staff, to do the things that we all care about, that we all want, for this amazing community that we have here. We definitely have to be fiscally responsible. We definitely have to know where dollars come from and where they go to. I think we know in large part, to Bill's point, that we have that. There's more work to do. There's more community to involve. There's more people to involve. And there's a greater feeling of community and success and quality of life that we really want to enjoy in this fabulous place that we get to call home.
Matthew Dent. No, I'm not running a protest campaign. However, I will ask questions, and I will continue to ask questions. Because as a trustee, that's one of the things we are appointed to do. Is question staff, make sure policy is being followed, and make sure we are being fiscally transparent. Thank you.
Hello again. Yeah, don't have me. I'm sorry. Robert Holbrook. Anyway, kind of yes and kind of no. I worked as a ski instructor for a kid when my back was doing better, and I see a lot of things that are absolutely great. Peak had a great year this year, but I also see a lot of things that can be improved. With 10 years as marketing director of Alpine Meadows, I have some expertise with that. I am running a campaign for fiscal responsibility and transparency and greater benefit to our homeowners and residents. Thank you.
Stephen Thomason. No, I am not running a protest campaign, and not in any way whatsoever. The reason why I'm running is because I want to see this community grow and expand. I think that there are enough youth and enough this younger generation like myself coming through that want to see this town continuously succeed. It has for a long time. A lot of the original owners of different businesses in this town are starting to sell their businesses off to people like myself, and we want to continue to push forward and push boundaries and see this town thrive even more so. And I think by getting the opportunity to be on the board and being able to actually really, like Paul was saying, get to look in deeper to what the issues are and what is going on and where things need to be fixed. That's what it's all about. It's not about looking at the past. It's about looking forward, ahead, to see where we can go, where we can continue to make improvements to this improvement district. Thank you.
Judy Miller. If shining a light where there's darkness is a protest, then maybe it is a protest. But that's what I want to do. I want to get to see the information that's been hidden from us for so long. I want to know if our venues can be profitable. They certainly are not now. I do have a long-term commitment to the region with my grandchildren living here as well. I want to see them enjoy the same beautiful place that I moved here to enjoy. I wouldn't call that a protest. I would call that preservation. Thank you.
Steve Gaines. No, I'm not protesting, so answer that. I love this community. I moved here 18 years ago. I'm not moving. So at the end of the day, I care about all of you. So can we have some positive changes? Do I want to see some things change at IVGID? Yes. Do we need to burn down the house? No. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I want to bring a positive influence to IVGID and to the board. Thank you.
Alicia Price, no, I'm not here to protest, I'm here to do action. And my management style has always been, okay, we made a mistake, let's don't beat each other up about it, let's just find out what needs to be fixed and how to repair it, and then move on and correct it, move in the right action.
Thank you. Okay, moving right along to question 5. I'm gonna start this one with Paul Longshore. This is a 2-part question. What do you see as the role of the Board of Trustees within IVGID? Specifically, do you believe that the IVGID Board of Trustees has only one employee, the general manager, or that the board has the right to hire, fire, and interact directly with all members of the staff?
Paul Longshore. I think the role on that is that the people of the community are the people that vote us into office. You know, they vote the trustees into office. So, and I believe that the trustees should be the voice of the people when it comes to the board. So as for the management of IVGID, we need to work in partnership with them. There needs to be teamwork there. You know, the people should have the first say on what the board does. Granted, the board does their management job, because not all the people not all the trustees have either the experience or the knowledge that we're hiring those people to do. But we need to work in hand with them on making sure that we're moving in the direction that the community wants. These are the people that pay the money. These are the people that vote us into office. These are the people that want to see the growth of the community in a responsible way. So I believe that we are representatives of you, and we should work with the management and make sure that the decisions are being made in the proper way. Thank you.
Phil Horan. The duties of a trustee are very clearly laid out in section 318 of the NRS. And to specifically answer the question, I firmly believe that the trustees do have one employee. They have the general manager as their employee. The duties of the trustees are to set direction, set guidelines, what we want to do as an organization. I do feel, however, that the trustees do have to have access to management in various venues in order for them to understand. In the current environment, we have Steve Peterson as our general manager, who is very comfortable with letting the trustees talk to Jerry Out, Joe Pomeroy, Brad Johnson, Sharon Hyder, the other managers that are managing our venue. We need to understand what they're doing in fulfilling the guidance that we have given them. And I think it's very important that happens, and that does happen in this organization. I think that's a very vital program. Peter Morris, definitely we only have one employee, the general manager. It's our job, having been elected by you to represent you, to set our strategy, to set our course, give direction, receive feedback and make decisions. But we do that through our system of government where we have one general manager. It's our job to find the right general manager, appoint that person, and for him or her to run the organization that we then empower. I actually think that we have a very good staff on board. If we didn't, we would need to change that. Right now, I think it's very good, and some changes and additions recently have only added to that. So I'm very happy with that. But I think our job is definitely to understand what's going on. So we should have, and we, as was mentioned, there is access to the staff because it's our responsibility to get educated, to understand what's happening at each of these facilities, with each of these services, with each of these things that we do. So as a trustee, we better understand what's going on, but we do not micromanage. We should not micromanage. We should appoint that general manager, give him or her direction, make sure the staff understand what's going on, and I think then we are doing our job, and if we're not, the ballot box awaits us. Thank you.
Matthew Dent. The role of trustee is to represent you. We as a board, we set policy, we approve or vote against the budget, and we have one employee who's the general manager. That being said, we work hand in hand with staff, and a lot of the questions, like Bill was saying, that you have as a trustee go directly to senior staff. So there is a lot of interaction that is going on, a lot of discussion, and ultimately leaving it up for staff to make the decision. That is their role. Thank you.
Robert Olmer. Actually, according to NRS statutes, they do give the board the right to hire and fire good employees. As a board, I believe that we should not micromanage, but we need to give better direction to the staff. We have so many talented people in this community, and I don't believe that we utilize that talent to its maximum. Thank you. Anyway, I was joking before.
Stephen Thomas, definitely agree with what quite a few people have said in this board, so in this panel so far. We do definitely have one general manager here that we all, the board reports to. Pardon me. Oh, sorry. I do think that as a board, that the board should have access to management and to make sure that they are held accountable for the different jobs that are the jobs and tasks that are underneath their, underneath them with their employees that they're giving to them, to make sure they are holding up standards to all of you. You are the ones that we are speaking for. You are the people that would be voting any one of us that are on this board lucky enough to get in, and we have to make sure that what you want is going to be handled and followed through properly.